Okay, hopefully this doesn't take long. We only have four left. Four more dragoons, and then we can move on. Hopefully the RNG is in our favor, and this goes quickly. Four more dragoons to go. Those that couldn't steal. I always felt like I got ripped off when I saw that. Yeah, God knows. A big part of what we're buying with this, well, I mean, there's a lot of stuff that we're going to buy with this, but smoke bombs, we're going to be buying a large number of smoke bombs. I never did the math on the dragoons per minute in real life average on this thing. But I did always kind of feel that the average came out somewhere between 1 in 8 and 1 in 12. I mean, it might deviate from that a little bit, but not by much very often. Unless you can get bad luck and just hardly run into any of them. I don't know what the odds are of encountering a harvester. I don't have that memorized, and I haven't played this in a number of years really. So, but I think there's a couple different formations. I don't know. I'm trying to think what formations you might run into a harvester with. There's a harvester with some, I don't know if they're called grease monks, maybe? I don't remember what they're. Gobbledygooks. Some little tiny guys. He'll also pair up with a Haggis Gigas. I know those two for sure. I don't think there's a two harvester formation. I feel like harvester is like a medium sized. Or maybe it might even be classified as a large size. I don't know. I mean, you can have two larges, I believe. Maybe you can only have one Haggis Gigas. Maybe he's the maximum. I guess I was thinking you could have a two Haggis Gigas battle, but maybe I was just misremembering. But they do pair up with the hunt or the whatever the guy's name is, harvester. Here we go. Come on, Dragon Boots. Garbage. So that's the thing. It's not like you run into this guy every time. Sometimes you gotta like wait a while just to run into one of them, and then you got statistically you got a 1 in 10 chance. So odds would dictate that you should get one every 10 rounds or 10 attempts of stuff. But RNG doesn't guarantee those outcomes. Anyway, we hopefully are almost done with this grind here. There's a few of these grinds in this playthrough, and you know, it's one way or another there's going to have to be a grind for resources and spells in a low-level game, for the most part. I mean, come on with the goggles now. Always with the goggles. We gotta be getting close here. Come on. I've run into one of those guys quite a few times here now. My number's gotta come up here pretty soon. Maybe I'll get really lucky and get like 3 out of 5. It does seem to happen, like every time I do this, I get a big chunk somewhere in the middle, or I don't know, somewhere in the process. It's just like not now though. Enough with the goggles already. I wonder what you steal from Haggis Gigas. I don't remember. I'm not floating though, so this guy could kill me pretty easily. Apparently, he's kind of difficult to steal from. Atlas Armlet, huh? I wonder what an Atlas Armlet goes for these days. I think I do have some spot where I have somebody with 2 hyper wrists. And I think I'd rather have hyper wrist and Atlas Armlet instead of just 2 hyper wrists. So that Atlas Armlet might come in handy later on. I just don't recall. I mean, I was just trying to think, would it be more cost effective to steal from both Haggis Gigas and the Harvester, or whatever. Yeah, I think it's Harvester's the name. Garbage. I mean, eventually, right? Just not now, I guess. I mean, I don't know. It's getting kind of... I feel like I should try and change something here. I don't know what. Let me see what I can do here. Yeah, I don't know how to change any of that. No, I want to get into a fight first. Okay. Garbage. Well, I've had quite a few encounters with this guy now, and for him to not have given me a Dragoon just yet, not even one, it's like, come on, man. That is kind of weird because I had run into quite a bunch of harvesters there. I don't know if it was a dozen or less, probably less than a dozen, but quite a few, and not one of them. So I was trying to think, maybe I've used one tincture this whole game so far. I used one against, what's his number? 024 or something like that. The guy that you fight at the top of the stairs after you just got done fighting the two Espers in the Magitech factory. I forget his name. I think it's 024. Number 024. I think that's his number, or that's his designation. I used a tincture on Celeste during that battle. But I don't think I used a tincture the whole rest of... Well, maybe I did and I'm just not remembering. I try to use sleeping bags. They're a lot cheaper. And you don't really have to heal your magic with a consumable very often. If I do it, it's most likely going to be that a specific battle just... Well, I guess at the end game. Yeah, when stuff goes... Yeah. Things start to get kind of expensive in the end game. And we have very limited maximum MP, or very limited MP, so our max is very low. So that is a thing. Or it can be in certain spots. Come on, man. That's just really, I wasn't keeping track, but, you know, we gotta be pushing, I don't know, more than a dozen of those, harvesters now, I think. Sure seems that way. You know, I was on a pretty bad streak of bad luck when I finished the last stream. So I think the only thing I've gotten that is out of order is that Atlas armlet that I got from the Haggis Gigas. Other than that, I think I only have what I'm supposed to have. Minus what I had to use. Come on, here it is. Come on. There we go, baby. 3 to go. That's pretty awesome. Now hopefully we can get a streak of these and just be done with this. And then we go to get a couple pairs of Gaia gear. It's interesting how they allow you to have access to the airship, which gives you access to the entire map. For a very limited window of time, you know. If you're not paying attention to what you're doing, you can easily advance in the storyline and miss out on this opportunity to kind of explore the map and take advantage of what's there for you. Ironically, where we are right now, that's another reason why I chose this place, is because on a hard grind for time, in-game time, I guess I should say, we just landed right here because of the storyline. So I'm supposed to go into Zozo here and go up to the top, where we left Terra. That's why we're here. So, I mean, grinding out these guys here at the bottom of the entry to the town here. I mean, in game time, it really doesn't take very long. Out of game time, it takes longer. A lot longer than in game time. But still, I think this is... I mean, if you're not taking advantage of a fast forward button or anything like that, I think this still proves to be faster than Basketball is. I feel like that's the case. It's definitely... There we go, that's 2. Alright, 2 more to go and we're done. Nice. Very nice. I wish I knew if there was a way to know, like, I don't know. There may be a way to learn how to guarantee certain things through RNG, but I just don't know how to do any of that kind of stuff as far as guaranteeing, like, rare steals and stuff like that. I don't know how to do that stuff. But I'm sure there's a way for, I mean, I guess I can't say I'm sure. It wouldn't surprise me. Would not surprise me. Not one bit. I mean, now, like, however many years after its release, there's just so many things they can do now. It's kind of interesting when you think of the rapid advance in technology that we've seen since since the release of the iPhone. Which would have been, oh man, I don't even remember what year it was. A guy could Google that, though. I'm just trying to think, you know, probably sometime right around when Obama first took office. That sounds about right. I think that's like when the iPhone first was released and those Blackberries started to disappear with that iPhone and stuff like that. And it was just a whole new world because people had the knowledge of the ancients in the palm of their hand. Wherever they go, they're taking all the information of the world with them. It's pretty mind-blowing. Because, I mean, if you think back to when this game was released, I mean, sure, technically the internet existed, but comparing the internet of 1994 with the internet of 2022, I really don't even know. I can't even think of a good... Oh man, I mean, usually I'm pretty good at this, trying to think up an idea that would make a fair comparison, but I mean, without it sounding really too without really trying to exaggerate here, it is in the same vein, really, if you think about it. If you think about those little propeller planes that look like toy planes that they had in the early parts of the 20th century. You know, the ones where they actually literally had to go in front of the plane and spin a propeller to start the motor. That's how they started them. Take that aircraft and compare it to like a fighter jet in the US military of today. And that's kind of the difference between what the internet was less than 20 years ago. No, I'm sorry. No. Back to 1994. So, no, more than 20 years. Is 94, almost 30 years. 28 years. So, the internet has changed a lot, and technology has changed a lot, and people walk around with access to all the information on the world with them wherever they go. And that's changed technology in ways that were never possible before. But the advances are just so rapid. It really is incredible. If you look at the human history and just go back 100 years ago, I mean, how much... I don't know that the world has changed more in 100 years in the history of humanity on a global scale, or even anything remotely close to a global scale. Alright, I gotta double check this. It should have 12. There they are, okay. Yeah, I can escape here. It's just really incredible. I mean, how much has changed in the last 100 years, and how much of that is technology that's changed in the last 100 years. It just, and it just seems to keep on expanding, you know? I don't know where, you know, at some point a critical mass has to be reached, but where is it? What the heck am I doing here? There we go. Couldn't steal. I just, you know, I see I haven't learned any magic. Yeah, this is the last time I saw this, I was like, I'm getting out of here. I don't like this. Something's not right with this fight. So, as technology continues to expand, it seems like it's almost exponential. It looks like in the very near future, we are going to have commercial, viable nuclear fusion power plants. And that will change the world forever. I mean, basically unlimited energy that doesn't really pollute anything. As soon as the world settles down to that, where it realizes, hey, we don't have to really battle each other for this resource of energy anymore. We can just make it out of thin air. It'll take a while for the governments of the world and the um, the current energy producers of the world to adapt to that world, but um, eventually, once enough people have made enough money and the free market system starts to whittle away at um, the price of energy, which is just going to keep going down and down and down and down and down and down. Um, that's going to be pretty incredible. I'm not going to say it's like no more wars or anything like that. I'm just saying that it will eliminate one of the main reasons why human beings have gone to war since the beginning of human beings, and that's for energy, basically, in one way, shape, or form. Resources. And I'm not saying like oil's going away necessarily. I mean, right now the batteries just are not. The technology for batteries has not changed very much at all since the beginning of batteries. They're making some out of some different parts these days, but the basic concept of how it generally works, they haven't changed drastically in many cases. Um, and they need to work on that. I mean, probably the most recent jump was with lithium batteries, but that's not a long-term solution. There's just not enough lithium to make them. You know, you can't make batteries out of lithium like we make batteries out of lead right now, which is almost all batteries are made out of lead. Well, I shouldn't say that, but a lot of batteries are made out of lead or nickel. Um, I mean, there's just not that much. There's just not that much lithium around to be able to make that kind of footprint in the industry. So that's going to really be the next step as far as energy transferring and storage. Um, they're going to have to figure out a way to do that because we're gonna have an endless supply of it, and we're just going to keep on making more of it and more of it and more of it. We're going to have to find a way to store it, and that's going to be batteries at some point. But I don't know, maybe they'll come up with something that's way better than a battery that just functions similarly to one. Something that can just hold energy for an indefinite period of time or something. Some kind of weird plasma chamber thing or something. I don't know. But uh, who knows? Maybe they'll be able to make fusion reactors small enough where, eventually someday your car is just run on by one because they make them that small. Who knows? That would be way better than that would be way better than having to have batteries. You just have this like, and I'm not talking about anywhere near my lifetime. I'm talking about, hundreds of years from now, if that technology was ever able to be utilized or discovered. But until they're able to make better batteries, oil won't go away because you can't use batteries at the level that we have in the cold climates, it doesn't work. I mean, you can try and band-aid your way through a winter in the northern climates. There we go, there's one more. With a battery-operated car, and it's pretty likely that you wouldn't do it again. You'd go get yourself a traditional combustion engine vehicle. Most likely. Alright, we got one left to go. So battery technology totally needs to change. That's just a main problem. As far as the future is concerned. I'm not really sure how they're going to solve that problem. I just don't know. Alright, so we need one more Dragoon, and we are done with this segment. Sometimes you can get big chunks in a row. I only need one. I just need one. Any round could be the round. Hopefully it's this one. I think when I'm done here, I'm going to go look up and find out how much those Atlas armlets sell for. Because if you didn't just limit it strictly to Dragoons, and you could do the Atlas armlets as well, if the Atlas armlets were, you know, worth the extra time. That would speed this up by a fair margin, because even if it took 2 Atlas armlets to equal 1 Dragoon, you know, every 2 Haggis Gigas you fight, or you encounter, that's 1 less Dragoon you have to get. And while you're looking for your Dragoons, you're just going to fall ass backwards into Atlas armlets. So I could look that up. It wouldn't be technically as fast, and that's why I've done this. I've said it many times before. I'll probably continue to say it. The reason why I've chosen this route is because it is, that I have found, it is the fastest in-game timer method through which to gain money. We've been here on the clock. We got here at 14, or no, at 4:13 we got here. Now it's 4:20. So that means it's been 6 minutes and some number of seconds since I started this. And when I get one more of these, what did I say it was? 45,000? I think that's what it was. I did the math the other day. I think I said 45,000 GP. So basically 45,000 GP divided by, let's just round it up to 7. So in 7 minutes of game time, I acquired, assuming I get this, well yeah, I would, because it won't, yeah, it won't, yeah, it won't go over the, it shouldn't go over the next minute. But so let's just say 45,000 GP in 7 minutes of game time is, it's pretty solid production there on the GP. This could be it. So yeah, it'll be really interesting because Lord willing, I'll live another 40 years maybe, and I would get to see the human race um, usher in the era of nuclear fusion as the primary energy source, which would be great for for everybody everywhere, because the cost of energy going down means the cost of everything else goes down, which means that um, well, that's why it would have to be gradual, basically, because it can't happen overnight, or all the world's economy will be destroyed. That's why I say, like, once enough people have made enough money, where they can kind of gradually make that energy more. So long as there's a free market system in the world, um, energy will just keep going down and down and down. Once we get that commercial fusion going. I wonder which state they would put the first one in. I guess if I had to guess, somewhere in the Northeast, or somewhere along the California, probably Southern California coast, somewhere down there. I mean, California is the state that's always suffering brownouts, right? So that's probably the most likely area, somewhere down there. And you'd think that, I mean, California would be all over that because it would be a quote-unquote green energy. So, I mean, you'd think that they want to, like, have them all over the place down there. But it will kill coal. Coal will go back to be, it'll never go away, because there'll always be this, like, nostalgia attached to it. You know how some people still have oil burning furnaces? I know that sounds crazy, but people still do. And people still heat their homes with wood that they cut down, or they buy the wood, whatever. That's very common in the mountainous areas. But if you've never been up there, you would have no idea that that's how a lot of people do those things. Still today. So coal will always have some sort of, I don't think it'll ever just go away completely. But it'll become just the shell of what I'm like. Imagine the Sears Corporation at their height compared to what they are now. That's too bad about Sears. They were a pretty quality place, but then they disappeared. Come on, we need just one more. Just one more. Look at how much video game technology has changed. And video games are a really recent invention. I mean, pretty much in my lifetime. I mean, I'm sure there were some very rudimentary video games around before I was born, but the Nintendo Entertainment System came out when I was, oh, I don't know, probably early grade school. I couldn't tell you what for sure the year was. But that was a game changer. There had never been anything like Nintendo before Nintendo, and Nintendo paved the way for everybody that's come since. There we go. All right. So now let's see here. Yeah, this is something I should probably rework and do this all more at once. Oh wait, no. 63,000. 63,000 GP. For those Dragoon boots. I guess my number was wrong. I was way off. Alright, and then I think Thamasa is right over here, right? There we go. And we'll tuck down right there. We can't actually do anything in Thamasa, but we are looking for basketball here so that we can steal Gaia gear. I'm pretty sure what's going on. I'm pretty sure that's what's going on. And I think, I don't remember if it's, I think it's their, I feel like it's their rare steel. Their, but they don't have a common steel. So, unlike the last guy who just is going to give you a something else. Now, granted, when I'm grinding hard for time here, I'm going to give it like, you know, just a few seconds. If I, or probably my first steal. If I don't get what I'm looking for on the first steal, I just reset. And I'm not, I don't know. We'll see how long. I'm not going to spend forever here, but eventually you get your rare steel to hit, and then you get a Gaia gear. Now, if you are using, you know, the extra features that a guy can use on an emulator, like fast forward button and stuff, this is far and away the best place in the world of balance to collect money, basically, because I mean, you have an endless supply. You just have to encounter a basketball and steal till you get it, and then advance and do it again. And if you have a fast forward button, this doesn't take very long. It doesn't take very long at all. But in the spirit of what I'm doing here, I'm treating this just like I'm playing on the console, which was what the guide was written for. But like I said in a previous, there we go, boom. In a previous video, I don't have the hardware required to plug my RCA cables from my Super Nintendo into my computer to capture the stuff. So I kind of, and then this is the first first streaming stuff I've ever done. So this is all just kind of stuff I'd never really done before. I'm not really invested in it like financially or anything like that. I'm just using parts I had around to try and do this. So that's what I'm doing. Let's see here. Alright, you are right here. Oops. Bye Veld again. Alright, and then Akia, I think, is right here. And come on. Oh, really? Rodok's getting his revenge. Alright, Fugaro should be right. Am I missing? Where is Fugaro? Or is it back in the desert? No, it's not. It's gotta be right over here. There we go. So, if I had stolen a Bioblaster from Tunnel Armor, I wouldn't need to buy one there, but I didn't get one from Tunnel Armor. Alright, Doer should be right here. Alright, so we have to kill this guy 10 times? There he is. And now he's Rodox. And because he's invisible, he's 100% susceptible to snare. And so now we win. And because I snared him instead of killing him with a way where he was still on the screen, he can't use his retort. And we get 10 magic points for killing that guy. So we're gonna kill 5 of these guys. And... oh, wait a minute. I gotta reset here. Anyway, it's a pretty easy battle. Basically, just you don't get hit. As soon as you run into him, you kill him, and then you save. And if you don't run into him, you reload. And I don't know what the odds are. Sometimes you go on long streaks where you run into him like 5, 6, 7 times in a row. Sometimes he's just constantly there. I will say that in all the times that I've done this, and it's just, I'm sure it's all in my head, but this corner of the island seems to be the most productive corner of the island. It just seems like that's where I run into him the most, is up in this corner right up here. So that's where we'll be hanging out. Wow, that's a long stretch there. There we go. So that's 2 of them. Much more palatable method, in my opinion, for learning spells than pounding your head against some bongos on the veld, listening to that beat endlessly. I guess you could beat it. I don't know. This is my preference. I'd much rather fight in Tangier than go to the Veld to learn magic. Plus, this is faster. Way faster. But if you can, if you combine the time, so that's the thing with the Veld, you're kind of getting double time there, because you're learning magic as while you're grinding the gold. So, what I'm doing now is learning magic in addition to the grinding for the gold. So, there is definitely that in the favor of the Veld, but I still don't know that it's any faster than, targeted grind for a specific resource. They're both monotonous. You run into a lot of garbage on the Veld, whether it's monsters that just are, that a mob that you don't want any part of, so you just reset. Well, that's the same as what I do. If I run into something that I'm not targeting, I just reset. So in that sense, it's the same thing as what I'm doing. You run into a lot of battles that don't produce anything. You have that when you're looking for Dragoon boots. But when you're hunting this guy, this is way better. Way better than trying to steal Dragoon boots. This is a walk in the park. You got some decent map music going on. I mean, I like the zozo music too. Don't get me wrong. There we go, that's it. We just got our 5 in Tangier just like that. Now, we're not done though. We gotta get 5 more. but that's the first 5 for now anyway. I need to, let's see here. Let's see here. There we go. Right away, first one. Like I say, this guy gets really streaky. Sometimes you can just clean house right away. I wish I could find a GP grind that was as easy as this. It didn't require a fast forward button. I mean, you can do the same. I mean, you can just fight basketballers forever, even if you don't have the fast forward button. It is more, I guess it's a, if you wanna, I don't know, it's not really fair to say lazy, but it's, there's less interaction when you're fighting a basketball than when you're trying to steal from, steal those Dragoon boots. Well, we should save here, I suppose. Yeah, this guy gives you lots of magic, but this all he gives you no... Wow, is that another one? So that technically would be 4 in a row. But 3 in a row on this try, and then the last fight of the previous 5, so 4 in a row. Now watch, we don't get another one for like half an hour. Oh no, that's fine, we're not doing Dragoon boots, we're doing these. Could take a half an hour just to catch a stupid Dragoon boot. Those are very fickle. Dude, 5 in a row, all grand totaled, and 4 in a row on this run. That's pretty solid. Too bad we couldn't have those numbers showing up when we were grinding out those Dragoon boots that took forever and a day. Dude, 5 straight on this try, plus the one from before. That's 6 consecutive in Tangier. That's pretty solid there. Alright, let's see here. Alright, so 413 we started our grind, 439 we finished it. So what is that then? Too bad that couldn't have been a really cool monster there, that would have been awesome. What the heck? Okay. So what did I say? 13? 413 to 439. So 13, 23, 33. So 26 minutes? Is that right? That seems like a lot. Well, I guess I was not being as efficient as I should have been the first, I would say, half of the Dragoon boots I collected. Or more, maybe. I don't know. cards? Where are the cards? Is he equipped? Huh. Cards, what the hell? Oh, no, not yet. Oh crap, what's the wrong way? Alright, so I looked ahead, but I haven't played ahead, and it's not quite the same thing. This room that we're in here, like the entry room area, I think that's worse than the monsters in the rest of the place. Let's see if I can remember how to do this on the first try. Probably not. Nope. Wait, I need to get. Do I get? I don't know if I get the chests or not. I think I just went the wrong way. I'm all messed up here. I should have probably just run a test run on this. Well, I used to have this memorized, but apparently not anymore. What the hell? Dude, I don't even know where I'm going. Okay, I need to just get down there. Whatever. This is terrible. I think I was right the first time, and then I went back to just die repeatedly and waste time. That's the biggest thing. I know I haven't been grinding hard for time, but still, it's kind of like the principle of the thing. And I don't even remember if I get this chest or not. I don't think so. Yeah, that's why I don't get it. It's a stupid X potion. I don't need an X potion. X potion is... Oh, okay, there we go. Alright. I think this is the right way. There's an ether over there, but I don't think I get that ether. Pretty sure I don't need that ether. If that's what it is, maybe I'm misremembering. Pretty sure that's an ether down there. I think I'm... Oh, I picked the wrong one. And I can't run away from this battle. Well, maybe I can smoke bomb a ninja. Nah, he'll just kill me. Yeah, that's not good. Well, that's fine. I had done so poor on that one room anyway. It's probably best. It's probably for the best. And I was, in my mind, you know what? I needed to be humbled because I was thinking I was just gonna So normally, for the longest time, I didn't even take a third player in here with me. I just brought Tara and Locke. And it's fine. There's no problem with that. I mean, Setzer's the slowest guy in the group by far, and he'll probably never even make a turn. I'm not even joking. I mean, he's that slow. So, I mean, he's not as slow as Doma, but he might be the second slowest player. He's slow. So, you say, well, then why is he in the party? Well, there's a couple of reasons. One, he kind of looks cool. His sprite is a cool sprite, but that's not a reason enough to have him in the party. He's in the party because of RNG. At the end of the cave here, there's an encounter with our good friend the clown, and there is a small possibility that he could kill one of the characters. It's not very likely, but it could happen. So, if the only other character I have is Tara, who is off doing something else during that encounter, there's a small chance that the party could be wiped out. So because of that, because I had run just the two people in here for so long, and then that one random thing just happened once, and I was like, okay, well, that's fantastic. So I have to go in here, don't I? I'm pretty sure I have to go in here. If I don't have to go in here, I don't really want to go in here. It's just a time loss. But I was thinking I have to go in here for some reason. Well, let's see what's in that chest, because the save alone isn't really necessary. A tent? Yeah, I don't know about that. I think I probably don't even need that there. For some reason I was thinking there was something inside there I had to collect. Down the bottom down here, there's a thing. There's a room with like 4 chests in it. Because if you're smoke bombing this stuff, I mean, you got nothing to be concerned about with Locke and Terra. They're pretty fast. Locke is fast. Terra is fast enough. You could probably not get that Atma weapon, but I mean, we're here. It's basically useless and you can't sell it, so, you know. I mean, if only X potions could sell for like 10 grand or something, that would be a wonderful world. You might be wondering, why am I picking up the Magicite? There's primarily one reason, and that's for a boss, potentially. We'll see how it all shakes out, but it's an RNG thing again, but yeah, there we go. That's gonna cost a Phoenix down. Or maybe I should know life. No. I should have these things in order. Well, I guess I ran out of all that stuff. See, you know, when you're on... Well, maybe it's because he's in player number 1. I'll have to try that out again sometime. I just don't remember. Alright. So here's that encounter coming up here. You can be killed in this encounter. I don't remember what he did to kill my guy, but he did, so I wasn't too pleased about it. And ever since then, I brought a third person along. And I was thinking that I usually bring Sabin because he's fast. And maybe I was supposed to bring Sabin. Alright, I think after this, I'm gonna turn this off for the day. Whoops. See, like, usually nothing even happens in that fight, but he can kill you. He can kill you when you're in this low level. He has a way to do it, so. But I think it's a single target attack. So if you have a second player there, then you won't die. So that's why I piggybacked Setzer. Although I'm pretty sure I usually use Sabin. Yeah, so that save point there in the middle, that's not necessary. All you get for going in there is a tent. And it's a really easy dungeon. I mean, you don't really pick up... I mean, you get the Tempest, and you get the Magicite. Well, you get that room down there with the Atmo weapon, but I think there's 2 or 3 pieces of Magicite in there. And then there's the one at the end of the lava pit. We'll need those. Well, we may not. We'll see. We might need those Magicite. Because here's some RNG in our favor, if it's not in our favor when we get there. But the number of Magicite that I collect is, well, unless I missed one, it should be the number that would allow me to fix the number in any situation that could possibly exist. Ooh. Okay, there we go. Alright, we're almost... Well, I'll finish the... What's going? I'll finish this off here. And then I'll leave the next thing. Oh man, I'll probably have to run through that once. Or well, I don't know. I might be able to remember how to do it. I always thought this was a pretty cool spot here. The Esper's all just enraged. The music is good. Everything's going crazy. Plus, like, it's just such a drastic shift to what had been going on. Everything all of a sudden is just like, whoa, what's going on? So you get your airship for this little tiny window. I mean, if you just follow the storyline, you basically have it for no time at all. I mean, you land in Zozo. From there, if you take off and go to Narshi and begin the next set of events, I mean... Well, I guess you do have to go to the Imperial base. So you fly to Narshi, then you fly down to the Imperial base, and then that's it. This airship is like, it's kind of ironic. When you think about it, it's actually pretty funny. No, I lost my train of thought. The Chocobo. Oh yeah, no, I remember what I was thinking about. So the it's kind of ironic. Um, that airship is like the luxury model, you know. It's got the casino, it's got the changing station, it's got the shop down there. It's got all sorts of stuff going its way. And alright, we got here at 5:01. I have to go look at my guy, but I'm sure that's super way slow. But we're probably on pace right now for something in the 7 o'clock hour range, I suppose. I don't know if we might be able to do sub 7 yet. It's possible. I mean, once you get to the second half, I mean, it's over like really quick, so we'll see. We don't have much left to go. We've got a few things to do. Not a whole lot. There's another grind on the other side of some work, I think, but it's been a while. But the irony is, okay, so you got the blackjack, right? And it is this like luxury model vehicle, you know, it's got all the bells and whistles, it's fantastic. But you know what? It's like the freaking Millennium Falcon, and it's always broken down all the time. So it's kind of frustrating. That ship is always broken when you need it. Every now and again it works, right? When you really need it, it works, but it seems like it's broken down all the time. Both of those ships. But anyway, that's gonna put me done for this. I got done what I wanted to get done today, so that was cool. Those stupid Dragoon boots, maybe I'll go back and rework or do some more research and find out if maybe there's you know, I can maybe speed some of that up with an Atlas armlet, or man, I doubt there's a better spot outside of Baskerville. In Baskerville, like I said, if you're going to fast forward button through stuff, which, you know, a lot of old games that just don't have some of the more modern amenities to them, it's really nice when you're playing some of those older games to take advantage of a fast forward button. It would be really nice if they would have put that in Final Fantasy X Remake, so you could go through the cutscenes. Not that the cutscenes were garbage. I mean, I like the game. It's a good game. It's just that if you've been through them a number of times, you don't need to watch them every time, you know? Anyway, I hope any of you who have watched this have enjoyed your time. And I plan on continuing with this story. I'm trying to think ahead here. We got the talk to the people, and then the lunch meeting or the banquet, and then I think from there it's basically just off to Thamasa, where we will go meet a couple new people and kill a boss. And then after that, we will have another cutscene. There's not much left here before we're getting ready to leave. So on the next game, or my next stream, maybe we can get everything done except for crossing the T's and dotting the I's before we leave for good. There's a little bit of grind there at the end. After there's the Imperial Air Force. Yeah, that's pretty much the end there. That Imperial Air Force, that's basically, that's the last thing you do before this part is done. So there's not that much left. I don't know. It's probably possible to get this in a sub 7 right now, but we'll see what we get. Like I said, I was not playing a hard time grind on this. This was more of a casual playthrough of this particular challenge. Anyway, I'll see you later.